Yo, what up, stream? We're talking business today. We're talking money. We're talking hustle. We're talking do it yourself. Everyone seems to be real salty about the last video, but if you look at the like dislike ratio, actually it's not that bad. It's actually really good. Let me know if you get the notification. So, if you're here and you want to talk about code, we can talk about code, but I'm not really feeling that today. I just want to talk about side cash, side hustle, business, do it yourself. A lot of people are like, you're just salty because you couldn't work at Google. No, the truth is, I got let go by CEOs 4 times by greed, and they get to keep their $1 million salary and their new yacht, and I get to worry about how I'm gonna pay my rent and get my car repoed. They don't care. So that's the reason why I'm just pro do it yourself is because I don't want this to happen to other people. Happened to my dad, worked one company for 23 years, put in his dues, right? Supposed to get rewarded for that. Nope, homeless. Almost happened to me too. Almost homeless. I refuse to let that happen to anybody else. So I'm very pro do it yourself. Work for a company, get your skills, do it yourself. So we're going to talk business today. Maybe we'll do Fridays, business day. I don't know. Josh, what's good? Nishant, what up, Mason? Billy, Michael? How to do freelancing? This is beginner WordPress. You call up people. Beginner WordPress doesn't matter. WordPress is not that bad. You can make WordPress in like 2 seconds. You just call up people that have bad websites and pretend to be a customer. Resume review. What? Justin, what up? I don't know if you guys saw the salt today, but there's some pretty salty people with that last video. Pretty hilarious. Some dude felt the need to comment twice on the video and send me a DM. Why not stream on Twitch? I have affiliate on Twitch. If you dual stream YouTube and Twitch at the same time, you will. Oh, my fan is on. I just realized that. It's probably blowing in the mic. Yeah, you can't do it. Twitch will ban you if you got affiliate. What was your last video about? Is corporate cringe? Just cringe in the workplace, like open offices and Glassdoor meeting rooms, and everyone's like, well, the Glassdoor meeting rooms are to prevent harassment. I'm like, okay, well, work remote. Then you don't have to do any of that. Well, open offices are to reduce costs for the company. Okay, well, work remote, then you don't have an office cost. Well, it makes it easier to collaborate when you can just look. No, it makes it more distracting. I can go on and on. You guys should see the comments. You should see the comments. Everyone just like, I got blown up on Discord. I got blown up in the comments. Like, oof. Where's the link? Here, go look at some of the comments. What up, Brian? Is C relevant? No. What's your opinion on Huawei ban? I don't know. I don't really care. I would like to try out the P30, but how to get a job as a Java as a fresher. Don't do Java as a fresher. Java's not a skill that you can really freelance with. I don't know. The more truth you speak, the more people get triggered. How to freelancer as a complete beginner. I just said you call up companies on Google Maps that have bad websites and you say, hey, I'm a customer, appreciate what you do. Is there any way I can give back to you? What up, Marcus? The stream's probably not going to be super popular because, everyone just wants a job. But I don't feel like talking about that. I want to talk about side hustle and making money. Because, that's why you all want to get coding jobs, right? Because it makes a bunch of money. What's the best way to get started on APIs? Go to Giphy. Giphy has a pretty good API. Pretty easy to get started. You don't get called for interviews because I'm not local. So just tell them I'm not local, but I'm willing to relocate in your cover letter. Sylvia, what up? Business talk? Do you play CSGO? No, I'm too busy. Too busy making paper. Maybe I'll do like a brand building stream where you guys can ask me about YouTube building and how to make that side hustle money. It's just like, I'll just be real for a second. Once I realized how much I could make on my own, and then I saw how much a company wanted to offer me, and I realized I could make 10x what they wanted to offer me in a year, except I could make that in a week. Like, that was when I realized how much of a joke this was. Do you make 6 figures a month? Not a month. Have to like wake up. What up, dude? What program should we know? I think WordPress is fine. There's freelance and there's contract. Contract are usually people that have like full stack skills and stuff. How is your revenue broken down? I got ad revenue, I got sponsorship revenue, I got Twitch revenue, I got merch revenue, I got product revenue, I got course revenue, I got affiliate revenue, occasional teaching revenue. Never have just one revenue stream. Thoughts on Flutter versus React? Do React. What programs should we know to get started? Yeah, so WordPress is fine, but contractors are usually full stack people that work for a company for like 6 months, and then they get let go, and then you have to go find another one. You make easy 6 figs? Yeah, I make more than 6 figures. Not quite 7 figures, but more than 6 figures. Why would I ever work for a company that wants to pay me literally like 10% of what I make, and I can do it on my own time, how I want, and help people at the same time? Are you kidding me? Get out of here. All you do is make videos, Josh. Okay, you keep thinking that. Seems like I'm really salty, but I'm just really salty because I don't want people to end up like me. I don't want people to end up like almost homeless, you know? I think I had to do it by necessity. I was forced to survive pretty much. I think maybe if I had like a nice comfy job that was cool that didn't let me go because some greedy CEO, I'd be like, oh, my job is the best. I love Google, like, but I don't care. Yeah, I only make videos. I only do, customer support. I only respond to literally every comment that I get on every single platform. Emails, make products, build products, edit videos, deal with crashes, set up technology, learn camera stuff, all this stuff. That's all I do. I just press record pretty much. Okay. How to get a part-time job as a dev? You email full-time places and you ask for part-time. First programming language was like PLC programming, I think. What's your opinion on the 4-hour work week? Yeah, don't sell time. Selling time is bad. Tim Ferriss is a good author. I like Tim Ferriss a lot. What he did is actually really smart. Outsource his own work until he got caught and got fired. Good. Do it. Do you. Always be your own mental point of origin. Help yourself first. Sorry. How do you manage your free time? I don't freelance because I don't sell my time. How are you making so much? Can't be all YouTube, Twitch. Yeah, so I just said, I got sponsors, I got affiliates, I got merch, I got Twitch, I got YouTube, I got products that I sell, a bunch of stuff. If I send you a job description, no, I'm not talking jobs today. I'm not talking jobs. I'm not talking how to get one. I'm talking business today. I just want to help people do what I do, which is be successful and do what they want to do and be happy. I don't know, I just woke up to like a fury of hate mail and I was like, you know what, let's talk business. Let's talk business. College prepares you to be a good employee. College does not prepare you how to be an employer. College just teaches you how to do what you're told, and you get real life test taking skills for the low price of $60K a year. It was the first side hustle related to code. I taught code on the side. I would even teach code at work. Like, I'd be at work and then I'd have a student that was in like Europe schedule a call with me, and then I would go into the conference room and I would teach code at work. Like, that's how much of a side hustle I don't care. I would do bare minimum at the job and go work on me and do me. Talking business, what's the first step? Probably open a business. What % of this comes from your business ventures? Yeah, so I would say probably 10% of my like total revenue is YouTube. The majority of my revenue is outside of YouTube. Would you be up for quoting a business project? Sure. I'm 28. So, what's your idea? What do you mean, what's my idea? Yeah, I mean, you should obviously, like, a lot of people have to start with a job to figure out like, what they want or what they don't like. If you've ever wanted to figure out what you want to do something that you don't want to do. Did the job fire you or you quit first? My last job? I quit. I've only been fired from one job. Like, actually fired. But I did that to myself because I actually didn't care at all. The hardest part of business for people is to be like, well, I don't know how I'm going to make money. You have to know the why. My why is that I want to help people. And the how is, well, you can't just follow your dreams. That's not how it works. You can't just follow your dreams and do, because then your hobby turns into work and it's not fun anymore. Have you heard about Flutter? What do you think about it? Boring? Don't care. I only code if I need to code. That's the honest truth. If I'm building a project or I'm making a course and I'm doing game dev and it says I have to learn this, then I'll do it. But I'm like in the goal dependent. I'm not like, let me just sit here and learn this new React to do it. Like it doesn't benefit me. It doesn't make me any money. I'm not going to use it to get a job. Is it better to start your business on your own? Always start a business on your own. It costs $100. At what point do you think, okay, I can make a side hustle of this? No, I don't ever think, okay, I can make a side hustle of this. I always try side hustles and they fail. If you think about YouTube, right? I would say the majority of my subs probably came from maybe 4 or 5 videos, and I have 503 videos. So that's 500 videos that didn't really do much for me. That's failing 500 times, just about. And before that, I had a side hustle where I sold gym supplements. That didn't work. That was like less than a year ago. I also had a drop shipping company that didn't work. I also had an actual inventory delivery box thing that didn't work. I had a side hustle babysitting people's animals. That didn't work. Like, I've done so many things that didn't work. That's what you have to be willing to do. Try and try and try. You want to do videos. You're introverted. You have an experience. I'm 17, and I don't what? You got 8 different apps on Google Play. They have pennies at the moment. Have you ever made money doing apps? The problem is that you need a brand. If you have a brand, you can point to a direction and say, hey guys, go look at this. For example, not to sound like a douchebag or anything, but for example, if I were to post a link in this chat, a lot of people would probably click on it. That is called traffic, internet traffic. And with that kind of power, you can point people at your own products and at your own merch and whatever, right? Otherwise, if you don't have a brand and you don't have traffic, you have to pay a marketing company to generate that traffic, which means you have to have money to invest, which means you're hoping that the money you get back from paying those marketing people is more than you're paying them to market. What's your biggest revenue stream outside of YouTube? Remote or start my business? Remote, why don't you do remote and start your business? What's the best business to start? I can't give you what's the best business to start. That's not the correct answer. The correct question is, the correct question would be, how can I provide value to people? So for me, I talk about how to get a job. Even though I don't particularly want one, and I don't think that you should keep one, I talk about how to get one. Just so that you can up your revenue game, and you can get that, get that secure, can you not say your biggest revenue stream? I mean, it's probably between products, sponsors, and affiliates. I mean, I don't do it's percent breakdown. Also, you said dropshipping failed. Did you profit at all? No. You want to know why? I think it's because I'm not good at Facebook ads. Best starting side hustle. You have to ask, how can I provide value? So I show people how to get jobs. I used to talk about how to make videos, but those videos didn't do very well because I wasn't very good at making videos. I wasn't very good at talking on camera. I didn't have all this stuff to set up. I didn't. You got to ask yourself, how can you provide value? If you have a skill and you're out there, and you think other people should learn it, then sell it, or try to sell it, or give it away for free and then sell other parts of it. Just give them a little sprinkle, right? So I do resume review videos, right? And I'm like, if you want mine, go buy it. But I'm giving you free value up front by helping other people change their resumes, you know? Like that's the little sprinkle you give, and if they want more, then they will pay. That's how business works online in 2019. You give them free value. If they want more, if they like you, they'll pay. Is dropshipping dead? It's saturated. So it's just dependent on your pictures, your marketing, and your copy. ClickFunnels versus Builderall versus something. Yeah, WordPress with WooCommerce free. How much revenue do you make a month? I don't know. Maybe 17 to 20,000. What's the name of this? This is a Wacom tablet. 7-figure dropshipper checking in. Interesting. How much money do you put into Facebook ads to generate 7 out? I'd be interested to know. You could probably just like sell your Shopify on the Shopify exchange. How much do you make from YouTube? In the past 3 days from YouTube, I've made $4,000. Do you stream daily? Yes. Do you consider yourself rich? I don't know. Favorite book? Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. Any sites to look for freelancing jobs? No. If you're gonna go to a website to look for freelancing jobs, it's gonna be saturated with other people looking for freelance jobs. How long did it take you to build your brand up this month? About 8 months. The taxes really eat the profit margins up. Well, hopefully you have an S corp. Do you stock market? No. Do you have a girlfriend? No. Planning on enrolling to Lambda? Sweet dude. You're the nicest and meanest person. I'm just I think that just be called like being real, like tough love maybe. You guys go get a job and you play ping pong and you eat your $8 slice of pizza at the cost of 40 hours a week for somebody else. You're either building your dream or somebody else's, and that's the hard truth. You either accept that when a company says, we think you're worth 60,000, you either get really excited and you're like, oh my God, someone thinks I'm worth 60,000, or you say, hell no, I'm worth way more than that. But unfortunately, you have to do it yourself. Merrick, so if you have an LLC, you can still change. Oh, you have a C Corp. You can still change to an S Corp. I wouldn't do a C Corp. How do you avoid burnout? You gotta chill out. What up, dude? Who's this Nightbot? Yep. Do streams generate more money than normal videos? It depends. $3 to 4x. I probably spend 300 to 500. Oof, that's a lot, man. Merrick, can you DM me? I got questions about like Facebook stuff. I'll trade you YouTube knowledge if you trade me some of yours. This is networking in real life. Merrick, I'll show you how to do YouTube, and we can do brand, and I'll shout you out if you trade me some of your Facebook and dropshipping knowledge. Or if you want to make a course and put it on my site, I'll shout you out there. We can split money. No better phrase in the world than let's make money together. Like, I'll work with you, but not for you. Merrick understands. How does coding affect your mentality about making a business? Coding is a part of the process. It's not the process, not the only process. Should web devs learn more than one stack? You should learn whatever gets the job done. Your lives begin when I finish work. Well, welcome aboard. Happy to have you. Advice for below 18 developers. It's the same thing after 18. Why do people think I'm a bad person? I don't know. Look at this. Look at these pictures, chat. People blew me up, and they're telling me that I'm mad that I can't work at Google. I make more than if I worked at Google, and I get to do it how I want. So this is the problem. You're either a really shy person and you're looking for the easy way out, which is, well, is there a website for freelancing? Or you grab the bull by the horns and you start calling people. Do you know how to invert a linked list? You know what I do know how to do is make money. What's up, Munchkin? You know what I do know how to do for that linked list is look up how to reverse a linked list. And I think that's more powerful than actually just memorizing it. How much time do you spend on this a week? A lot. What's your take on free code camp? Good place to start. Why do people think you're a bat? Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Gonna be job hunting. Lots of jobs using SQL and Python. Yup. Best age to start coding? There's not. Whenever you decide that that's what you want to do. Yeah, but for real, Merrick, if you want to DM, we can exchange some knowledge. Just dropped my 5th video earlier today. Can I Google it? Let me put learns here. Let's give you some feedback. I like talking brand building. I like talking side hustle a lot more, way more than I like talking code. Because code is just a part of the process. But what are you doing? What are you building? What are you providing value for? What problem are you solving? That's the question that matters for me. Otherwise, you're just going to be coding all day. And if that's what you like, go do it. You'll make a great employee. And I would probably hire you so that you can build my thing. And I'll pay you 10% of what you're actually worth, and you'll be happy for the opportunity to do so. That's working a job in real life. But you got to do it usually to get here. Sorry. How to build your own brand. Provide value to people, teach people something, learn something and then teach it. That's the quickest way to do it. So if you're doing free code camp, make a video about it. Do one lesson, make a video about it. Do one lesson, make a video about what you learned. Do a video about how you think it should be changed or what value you provide. Whoop. Okay, so where's your face? Question number 1, you don't have your face there. It's a lot easier to relate to people and watch videos when I can see your face. Your voice is great, but this is like basically a PowerPoint. It's not very interactive. That'd be my first critique of you. Put your face. Put your face, put your mic, and then show examples of how these PowerPoint things are used. Not saying I'm like a YouTube wizard, right? I don't have 10 million subs, but I'm on my way. I know how to do it from scratch. That's what I'm saying. I know how to build a brand from scratch. Absolute scratch. Nobody knew who I was. I didn't get shout outs from anybody. Why do you wake up at 4? I wake up at 4 because the world's still asleep. And I can do what I want and it's quiet. Shouldn't coding be a starting point? You can't do a business without no penny in your pocket. That's not true at all. Should junior web devs learn more than one framework? No, don't learn. Learn what gets the job done, dude. Do you believe in NoFap? Sometimes. But your face, what if I look below average? I think that's more of a reflection of what you think about yourself and not what others think about you. Best starter camera for YouTube. I think a GH2 would do just fine. Time do you go to bed? Last night I went to bed at like 11:45. How do you start out a business? Like, what are the key points to learn? Book score. Okay, don't. If you want to learn how to start out in business, you open a business. And then you type how to open a business. And then LegalZoom will probably pop up. And then it'll charge $600 for an LLC, when if you just call the state, it'll cost you like $72. So, no. The data structures, no, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading any programming stuff today. Brand is more than just what you're doing here on YouTube. Yeah, brand is everything. Like, I am Josh, right? I'm Josh Fluke, but my brand is Grind Reel. And my Grind Reel is more than just me, but right now, it's me. Because I haven't expanded that far yet. Short-term growth or long-term gain? Obviously, delayed satisfaction. You're streaming on Twitch? No. How to close business when business stay open to it? What are you talking about? Interesting that you can do an S Corp. C Corp's for raising... Yeah, no, S Corp is way better. C Corp is if you want to separate your money from yourself. S Corp is good for people like me that have small businesses that want to save money on self-employment tax. Number one skill. There is no number one skill of being a successful entrepreneur. You want to know why? Because when you're an entrepreneur... There's no signs out here that tell you what to do. No one's going to say, this is what you do to make money. This is the business you start to make money. Because if I could say, this is the business you start to make money, every single one of you would make it. Therefore, it would not be valuable anymore. you got like 4 to 5 hours of sleep. I didn't wake up at 4 today. I woke up at like 6:45. How much time should you dedicate to program? No, you should dedicate whatever gets the job done. Whatever you're trying to build it. Is venture capital necessary for startup businesses? Venture capital is necessary if you have some sort of like, I don't know, you either have a business idea and you need money to quit your job, or you need money for materials to build the thing that your startup is doing. Most of the time it's people because they want to quit their job. What's your opinion on Shopify? It's very expensive and not worth it. It's like $80 a month. And then all the plugins you need to actually do business are another $80 a month each. Not worth. Your site's layout's a bit broken on Chrome, buddy. Yeah, I know. Sure is. Needs a lot of work, but I've been making videos instead of working on that. Am I blocked? You're not blocked. How to make a habit, sit down and focus on work and not to get distracted. Okay, so you should probably get off YouTube. That's probably why you're asking that question. What's up, dude? 5 tips on starting a business. There's not 5 tips on starting a business. The number one tip for being an entrepreneur is try a bunch of different things. Throw a bunch of stuff at the wall. Bro, can I make money being a fitness YouTuber if I start my channel, make my own brand from it? Yeah, dude, it doesn't matter where you're from. What value are you providing? If you're going to be a fitness YouTuber, how are you going to be different? Are you just going to say, hey, here's my pre-workout, buy it. You'll be ripped like me, like bodybuilders? What do you think of Etsy? Etsy's garbage, costs too much money. Do WordPress. WordPress is free. WordPress is free, WooCommerce is free. How to get over imposter syndrome? You don't. You just go through it. You don't get over it. Stop looking for an escape route. You just go through imposter syndrome. Is stocks a good side hustle? Stock is not a side hustle because you cannot control it. Stock is a sometimes high risk and low risk gamble, but at the end of the day, a stock is a gamble. That's why mutual funds are low risk. You know, that's just like low gambling risk. How to reach you for a quote? Email? Oh, like, are you asking me to build something for you? I'm not gonna build anything for you, but I'll, like, you can email me. I don't work for people. Work for me. And that's what you should do. Love your videos and honesty. Thanks, man. How do I start a business without any money? If you start a business without any money, then you're a sole proprietor. You seem a little irritated. Not irritated. I'm just feeling very direct today. Feeling very direct. What keeps you motivated to keep at this? Providing for my dad, providing for my mom, paying my rent, providing for my dogs, letting my parents retire before they're 65. Helping people, mainly. I like helping people. I want everyone to experience what this is like. I want everyone to experience what it's like to wake up and do what they want during the day and make a bunch of money to do it. That's what I want. Because I don't want you to have to be like, oh no, 9 to 5. Oh, we have a meeting this morning. Oh, I'm just going to sit there on my phone and wait for it to be over. Like, if you are ever thinking waiting for your day to be over, or it passes the time, if you ever have the thought of it passes the time, whatever you're doing in that moment is bad. Never do that thing ever again. Real estate. What do you think about real estate? I think that you need a bunch of money to make down payments. So how are you going to make a bunch of money to make down payments? Do you live with your parents? No, I live on myself, and I pay my mortgage, and I pay my parents' rent. I pay everything. I'm a sole provider of me and my family and my dogs. And my parents lived a hard life, and they became homeless. And then I saved them from that, and I gave them all my money and my savings and moved them here. Are you frugal? Yes. You see these blackout curtains behind me? $6 from Walmart. How do you get funding for ambitious business ideas? That's the wrong question. The question is, how do you get funding for value-added problems that are going to be solved? How many hours on average would I have to study to get hired? No amount of hours. Your ability to sell yourself. Yeah, you know a guy that went to pizza shops and said, your website sucks. Sold him a template. Yeah, that's what you can do. You can go to any company and be like, your website sucks. I'll make you a brand new one from scratch, and just put a template on there. Just put a template on there, charge them $1,500, and then be like, it's going to cost maintenance fees, which costs you $10 a month in hosting, but it's going to cost $300 a month in hosting, so you scrape $290 off the top. That's business. If they buy it, you just made a bunch of profit. Is it lying? Not really. Our company's telling you how much profit you're generating them, but how much they're paying you in comparison? No, that's business. Unfortunately, that's business. How'd you get into the side hustle life? I got fired. and I got laid off, and I was almost homeless. You don't need money to start a business. You just need a problem to solve. That's it. Money, you know how much it costs? Oh, how to scam people. That's cool. So CPZD, if that's how to scam people, then wouldn't your boss saying, I'm paying you $10,000, but you're making me $100,000, wouldn't that be, you know, why would your boss ever tell you that? That's kind of scammy too, right? Like, thank you for being part of it. There's just omission. That's just business. Just business. Is that scamming people? No, that's called profit. That's, you know, you can charge whatever you want. Scamming people would be not providing the thing that you're saying that you're providing. Hosting costs you $10, but because you're managing it, you get to pick whatever profit margin you want on top of that. Whether they buy it or not, that's up to them. That's up to your ability to sell. Profit is theft. Well, that's the world we live in. If my boss told me, like, I got paid $65,000 at my job, but I know for a fact that I'm generating him like $450,000. Why don't I get $450,000? Because he wouldn't generate a profit, and then he wouldn't hire you. That's business. You're working for a government. Yeah, government jobs are bad. I love programming, but can't figure out what to focus on. Build things. Have you always been a consistent person your whole life? That wouldn't make any sense. How do I generate $450K for myself? Make a business, solve a problem, sell products. What exactly is it that you do for a living? I make YouTube videos, I sell products, I have affiliate links and sponsorships. I make review videos of content. Like, ask any other YouTuber, what do they do for a living? Same as me. Why did you get fired? Because I left. I would just leave. I would come in, and then I would just leave. Because I didn't care. Because they made me be there to make Excel sheets, and I was like, can I go home and do this? And they're like, no. And so when no one was looking, I just leave and go home and do it. I don't care. I don't, like, you're going to tell me no, right? But are you, like, what are you, my mom? You going to spank me? Am I 5 years old? No. I'm 20 years old. You're going to say, no, I can't do this. I'm going to just go and do it anyways. Fire me. And that's what they did. I don't care. Why do you always talk crap about Silicon Valley? I don't always. I made one video. You seem a little triggered. Is it worth trying to make a yeah, of course. Everyone needs a brand. Go watch Gary Vee. Everyone needs a brand. What up, Lewis? Welcome aboard. Is Finland education overrated? No, it's good, dude. You sound angry? Just feeling direct. What's your number one goal right now? To pay off, well, I'd like to pay off my 2 cars and, well, not my 2 cars. One of them is my dad's because he doesn't have one. Pay off some stuff. What are the main source of income projects? Upwork, freelance? I don't do freelance. I don't sell time. You're limited to 168 hours a week, which means you can, by physics law, you cannot sell more than 168 hours a week. If you want to make more money in a week and you're hourly, you can't. You are limited to 168 hours per week. There's no overtime after that because then you're just into the next week. Do not sell time. Have you ever considered about starting a startup? What am I going to solve? What problem am I solving? Why do I need a startup? Why do I need venture capitalist money? What am I doing? Any salary negotiating tips? Ask for more than you think you're worth and then back down. What do you think of career in digital marketing? Digital marketing is a piece of the pie, but if you know digital marketing and you have a product, then you win. Why would you ever do that for somebody else? Once you've figured out how to market something, why not just do drop shipping at that rate? Why do it for somebody else? That's why you charge a lump sum. You charge a lump sum, right? But you still have to spend your time to build that thing, which is fine, right? You get paid on results rather than time. And I'm a big fan of selling results, not time. So if I make a video and I spend a bunch of time to make that video, and how well it does is dependent on me. If I make a product, I spend the time to make it, and then how well it does is unlimited. So it's leverage. I have time on my side because I don't have to be there after I make it, and it sells forever. Like my resumes and cover letters, I probably make $3,000 to $4,000 a month off my resumes and cover letters. Another $4,000 in the past few days from YouTube. Another what am I gonna get from like sponsors and maybe I think in August I'm getting like maybe 32K. That's like someone's junior dev salary if they're gullible enough to take it. Why didn't you start building your business earlier? Basically, I wanted a job like everyone else. I thought building a business was too hard. Thoughts on becoming a QA dev? How did you develop this homogeneous confidence? Once you prove to yourself that you can make $1 for your own self, like once you've proven to yourself that you can put food on your table by selling something that you have to offer rather than selling a company's product that they have to offer, like you make your own product. So number one, you prove to yourself that you're creative and you can solve a problem. And then number two, you can prove that there's a market demand for it. And number three, you start paying your bills. And that's a confidence builder right there. When you're like, you know what? I don't need this anymore. I don't need you to be like, you didn't come to the meeting or you were late, so, we're going to discipline you and give you a write-up. Like, I don't need you anymore. It's a confidence builder to have that. 80 hours a week for $23K a year. I messed up big. Yes. Yep. What sponsors make you that money? Different sponsors. There's tons. Would it work to build a brand around your apps to generate more downloads because I'm too introverted? You think I'm not introverted? I'm on YouTube in my room right now. I'm not outside giving a speech. Pros and cons of the home office. Pros: you get to business expense your home office. Cons of the home office: occasionally I spill things on my keyboard. Like, there's really no cons to a home office. What are your sources of income? There's like 10 different sources of income. You mean just from the videos in the past 3 days? I'm not sure how much 1,000 views generate on YouTube. 1,000 views on YouTube is roughly $9. Multimillionaire status? No. You think you're intro extroverted? No. I forced myself to be extroverted. I realized when I started this, I really like cons of a home office. Bad back. Actually, this is a standing desk, and I do a lot of editing while I'm standing. Ambiverted, yeah. Ambidextrous. I knew when I first started doing YouTube that I was going to be like really awkward. And go look at my other videos. I'm really awkward. I knew it from the get-go. Like, it was just. So I had to force myself to make videos every day. And I would like get super hot, like hot flashes and sweaty. And like, it was really bad. And I forced myself to do it every single day because I knew I was bad at it. And I knew the only way to get out of this was to get better at it. So I could talk to people, so I could help the people. Like, I know inside that I have value to help people, but if I can't communicate, how am I supposed to help people? How long it take to build 10 different, it took me like, I don't know, 2 weeks. But to scale those, 8 months. What's your number one fear? Fear itself. Come on now, don't ask me that question. What's your long-term vision for all this? I'd like to expand to more niches. I'd like to do like some gear review. Because like, camera gear is coming out all the time. It's, YouTube quality is coming out, how to stay up to date, how like business is working and like all that stuff. Like, that's my long-term goal to talk about. I like building brands. I don't care about working a job. I don't care. All I care about is helping people build brands. Unfortunately, that's not my viewer base, but today we're talking about it. Is your setup ergonomic? I don't know. I stand up if I need to. Technical skills you need to learn throughout YouTube. Well, you have to know how to set all this up, all the live streaming stuff. You have to know how the camera works. There's probably, you got to start learning about some like filters on your lenses, different kinds of lenses, f-stop, aperture, ISO on your camera, how to get all this streaming stuff set up, how different kinds of microphones and what that means, a bunch of stuff, how to look at your analytics. I'm assuming you're a gamer. What's your favorite game? I used to game a lot. I actually bought this keyboard when I had my mechanical engineering job. I just like RGB stuff. I like gaming stuff. Like, I like gaming, but I don't do it that much. What do you think will crash first? I don't think any of them will crash first because they all have a huge user base. Why would they crash? So eventually you would leave the programming world and go into marketing. No, I mean, you have to have a skill. You need a skill. You need a technical skill. If I was just selling things to sell things, I'd be Ty Lopez, you know? I wouldn't have a skill. You need a technical skill usually, right? So programming is my technical skill that I have. Is it my passion? Absolutely not. Hell no. What my passion is, I like actually film. I like telling stories. I like Hollywood, film, cinema, that's what I like to do. I like game dev. That's what I like to do. I like playing games. I like traveling. I like being a pilot, aviation. But my technical skill that generates money, that's programming for me. And that's why I learned it, because it's tolerable to learn. Job's not too bad. But how do I leverage that with my other passions? What are you going to do after the stream ends? I'm going to work on my freelance course. It's got email templates. It's got directions. It's got scripts. Jordan Peterson, yeah, he's a little bit too Bible thump for me, though. He's like way too Bible thump. Way too Bible thump. Books to learn about branding. Unscripted, Millionaire Fastlane, and Crushing It. Nope, that's about it. That's all you need. What's your average watch time? About 7 minutes. CTR? I don't know. I haven't checked in a minute. What did you do in mechanical engineering? Excel sheets and PowerPoints. What languages do you recommend? English is pretty good. Should I take a leap? What do you mean? What has scripts and other stuff? My freelancing course that I'm making. I've got email templates. I've got scripts. I've got like how to set up stuff, like a bunch of stuff. David Goggins is good. What up, Joe? That was less of a dab, but can't see my other arm. Where'd you click that profile picture? What? Email templates. So you're a fan of HTML email templates development then? No, email templates to send to customers, like prospective clients, or email templates after you call them and they don't answer. Those sorts of email templates, not how to make email templates. Go buy Joe's course for that. How long did it take to become a confident programmer? No. Love the thought out stuff, but rapid fire answers. Face cam, absolute face cam. It's a lot easier to relate to people. What do you think about crypto? Crypto's come and go. Blockchain's going to stay around. What's your watch time? About 7 minutes. CTR? I haven't looked. I'm not a confident programmer. Dale Carnegie. I've read all Dale Carnegie's book. Stephen Molyneux. I've read his stuff. Watched his stuff. I read a lot of books. I read probably 2 or 3 books a week. You didn't answer my question. What's your thought about Indians? What kind of question is that? What is a cheap and decent screen that you recommend? I don't have one, so I have like different brands. Whatever was cheapest at Office Max. Do you listen to Sam Harris? Sometimes. Is jumping from job to job a good way to find out what you do in life? You don't have to jump from job to job to find out what you do. You can do things at work that aren't your job. I'm not like, look, I realize that's bad to tell you to do that. I realize it's bad to say do what you want while you're at work, but I'm going to say do what you want while you're at work, because what's more stressful, the entrepreneurial life or 9 to 5? 9 to 5 for sure. Easy. Any film projects coming up? The thing with film projects is that that's not my audience, so it would be a waste of time. The return on investment isn't there. It would have to be after I had some sort of stable income, passive income from assets like, like real estate, maybe. How does your nationality status affect having a visa? No, you need a degree. What math from your degree has proven helpful? None of it. Build your own job. Like, if you can't find a job that you like, build your own job. That's what I did. Like, there's no job out there that pays me, what am I going to make this year? $262K, I think? There's no job out there that pays me $262K, lets me make YouTube videos, talk about what I want, and make more money if I want to hustle harder, and do video and film, and whatever I want, basically. Like, no job out there is going to do that and let me do it on my time, where I want, when I want, and how I want. No one's going to do that, so I had to make it myself. Do you use webcam or proper camera? Use a webcam. It's cheaper to start. How many projects do you need? Probably about 3 or 4. Do you invest in mutual funds? No. What are your side hustles? All of it. I don't have side hustles anymore. I'm just a straight hustler now. Like, I don't have side hustles Everything I do is just part of the hustle at this point. Not everyone should know how to code. Not everyone should know how to code. Great. Like, you can do lots of side businesses. You're going to make 262K? Yeah, I mean, this year I was kind of slacking. I'm trying to get to $1 million a year. To get to $1 million a year, you need $2,700 a day for all year. You're living the life, dude, from straight hard work. Yeah, it is. Building a brand from scratch. No shout outs, nothing. I mean, me and Joe got together, but that's it. If you make 262K, how can you still have debt? Cost of living. Wow, that's so much money, but you don't understand that there's a cost of living and student loans and car loans and interest rates on those loans. You don't know the previous financial history that I have, and they weren't because of poor choices. You try to do the right thing, right? You go get a mechanical engineering degree. How much do you think that costs every semester? A lot. And it wasn't because I spend it on Lambos or buy expensive things. As you can see, I drink from this same shaker cup every day. You don't understand, like, the cost of living. It's not about money. You also have to pay taxes on that. The more you make, the more you pay. If you could start over, where would you start? I would build a brand. Do you work out? Yep, every day. So you're trying to get out of the rat race? I'm already out of the rat race. I'm just trying to not ever have to think about where my next mortgage payment's going to come from, mainly. Do you have a history of working with... No, I don't want to work with Google because I think that's a bunch of fluff. And I don't want to build Google's dream. I want to build Josh's dream. I want to build Josh's brand. I want to build, your brand. Do you get noticed in public? Nope. Can you break down how much of your income comes from each source? Sponsorships? If not now, maybe another vid. Joseph, sponsorships probably like 60, maybe 60%. No. Sponsorships and products would probably be about 60%. YouTube is maybe like 10%. How long till you start seeing a good profit return? Well, that's what I was saying. Someone asked earlier, like, what do you want to do? And I was like, pay off my stuff. So that way I don't have to deal with this. Michelle, welcome aboard. What do you think about outsourcing? I don't think of anything about it. Are you pessimist? You can call me pessimist. I prefer realism. Oh, yeah, we just got 10K members on Discord. That was fun. Why the transition from mechanical engineer? You can't be a side hustler as a mechanical engineer. What am I going to sell? Blueprints? You got to be able to have a PE to stamp your name on blueprints. Then you got to have all these other certifications, and then you got to get city certified, and then you just can't side hustle as a mechanical engineer. You do more projects and sell more time. It's like, are you running your business, or is your business running you? That's the question. You will not be a developer anymore, but you know what I will be? Free. Thoughts and certifications, useless. Have you tried making an ebook to sell? I think they're kind of right now. Maybe a few years ago that'd be good. How do you figure out what sort of brand to build? I just started building things. And making videos and talking about things that I thought would help people. How did you get into programming? I wanted to work remote because I thought having to go to a cubicle was stupid. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Probably in a house in California with a view of the ocean, some mountains in the backyard, a big backyard for my dogs and a fence. My dad has his own house too, probably a cool muscle car that he always wanted that he had to give up. Maybe give him his boat back that got stolen not stolen, but taken by the bank when he became homeless after his job let him go. I don't know, stuff like that, Every time I come here talking about freelance is better. Freelance is not better. Being your own boss is better. Being an entrepreneur is better. Have you read Rollo Tomasi's book? I'll let you decide for yourself since I know the author of that book. I've read all 3 of those books. The thing with California, the cost of living is so high, but when you don't care about money and that's not a limiter for you anymore, it doesn't matter. And that's how I think life is meant to be lived. Do I want to invest in your company? No. Why was working remote not... No, I say working remote is ideal, but sitting in a cubicle is not ideal. What did you do in China? What are you talking about? Favorite sport? Paragliding. What is the downside to live with your parents? Well, when I bring girls over, excuse me, mom and dad, I'm going to come in here. Door's going to be closed. It's going to be locked. Please knock. Hey, get out of here. Nah, man. People just don't think they can do it. Your father became homeless. Can you tell us about the lessons you took from that? My dad worked for one company for 23 years. He put in his time, right? He became a good, loyal employee. He did everything he's supposed to do for 23 years. And then they wanted my dad to start charging customers 2,300% more on parts. And my dad's like, we've been charging this price for this many years and slowly increasing it so that we maintain our profit margins. But now you want me to charge 2,300% for these parts? I'm not going to do it. And so he got written up for not selling parts at the price the company wanted him to, because he's like, look, man, I'm the face of the company to these customers. I go to these places and I talk to these heads of the manufacturing people, not you. Okay, they deal with me. They're going to think I'm the one making this change. And they're going to quit, and you're going to lose a bunch of money. And they were like, you know what, Mike, you're fired. And so then he lost everything because he worked at one company for 23 years. He didn't have a network to go get another job. So he ended up working at a pizza place and all these other places, and he became homeless. Couldn't pay his rent. I mean, the mortgage, the house that I grew up in was taken. I went back to visit. It's some other family lives there. It's weird. It's a weird feeling when you don't have a family to go back to. You know, like you think of your childhood home. You know, if it doesn't work out, I'll always go back with my parents, right? That's not the case for me. If it doesn't work out, I'm homeless. And it didn't work out, and I was almost homeless. So, you know, my dad was screwed over big time by a big corporate company for doing everything he was supposed to do. He was 2 years away from having a pension, you know, like getting paid for the rest of your life. But then the company ended pension. So he didn't get pension. And let's see. I don't know. Basically, he got screwed over by a big corporate company for doing everything he's supposed to do. And he's, 50 years old, 53 years old at that point. And then, you know, he's got a mechanical engineering degree. And no one would hire him, right? Because he's old. And those big, you know, it's not who you know, it's who you blow companies don't want to hire this guy to work for 10 years and train him back up. They just want to hire some young kid for, that costs nothing. That's willing to work 100 hours a week. That's what they want. But why would they hire my dad? My dad, you know, worked his way up to $90,000 a year. They don't want to pay some guy that. 50 is young. 50 is young, but not in the corporate world. 50 is basically 100. As soon as you turn about 35, 37 years old, you should be looking for a place to lock in until you're 65, if that's your plan. How'd you switch? I decided that I wanted to work remote, so I typed remote jobs into Indeed, and only thing that came up was developer jobs. So I was like, all right, I guess I could learn to code. I like playing video games, right? Close enough. Went to boot camp. Are you an only child? Nah, I have a sister, but she's a piece of garbage. She does drugs and stuff. Why don't you tell us something about your mom? We don't have a good relationship. What's your ancestry? Native American. Anyways, that's what happened to my dad. He did everything right, got let go. So I made his own channel, right? He was working at a hotel about a month and a half ago, and I called him up, and I looked at my finances, and I said, you know what, Dad? Quit your job. I'll teach you how to do YouTube, and you can do this too. And then you can share the knowledge that these people don't want to pay you for. You can fix anything electrical, fix anything mechanical, build anything, make anything. You know about RC stuff. He doesn't know how to code, but he knows basically everything else. I was like, I'll teach you how to do YouTube and build a brand. And so this is kind of a experiment for me to prove that I know how to build a brand. But it's dependent on him too. Sometimes, you know, he's not tech savvy, but you know, he's getting there. This guy is a scam. I searched him up. He inherited a lot of money from his grandparents. What? New phone? Who this? What's your dad's channel? Mechanical Dad. DIY is an endless stream of good content until you run out of ideas or don't have material to make the. So the thing is, he wants to make a product, right? But he has to buy the thing. So it's plug the dad's YouTube. I'll sub. Yeah, you should guys go comment on his videos. He doesn't get that many comments. He needs 4,000 watch hours to get ad revenue on YouTube now, because that's how they do it. But here's my dad's channel. Work, please. Good on you for helping your pops. So all I want to do is just help other people do this, you know? That's it. That's all I want people to do. I just want people to realize that you guys all have something valuable to offer, and you can all do this too. Every single one of you can do it. But you're going to be like, well, I don't know how to make $1. What is a good skill that you have? If you don't have one, go learn one. Go learn something that you think is valuable in the market, and then sell something about it. Leave his videos. That would be sweet, dude. Are you vegan? I do love some chicken sandwiches. Do you think your channel is good now to the point where you could tech review things and other stuff? It's not, Chris. That's kind of not how it works. How you have to do things on YouTube if you want to transition your channel, you have to do things like I do, right? I don't particularly care about code, but I still talk about it, and I still give value in that regard. But what I'm starting to do is kind of be like, look, this is how you build a brand, and this is why you should do it. Here's my story. Have a listen. If you don't want to do it, great, don't do it. But I'm telling you, you can make 10x doing it yourself on your time, how you want to, waking up, deciding how you want to spend your day, where you want to spend your day, and not get disciplined for being like, this is a stupid meeting, this is a stupid process, HR is stupid, like I don't have to be here, I'll go have fun on my own time and have my own birthday party celebration. That's what it's about. But I'll still talk about code. You can still go get your job. Go get your job, great. Save a bunch of money, pay off your bills, do what you need to with that finance so that you can start your own business. But that is how you do it. You have to transition. So you have to start throwing things in every now and then about different things that you like. You got to start talking about tech here and there. I haven't done that yet. I've talked about film here and there a little bit. Talked about business here and there a little bit. Building a brand here and there a little bit. But that's how you do it. What is your business? This. Code as a job is a means to an end. Coding to build things and solve problems is great. You back up your videos, and just in case YouTube decides to pull the plug one day. That's not gonna happen, but yeah. Have you started a tech company? You don't need a tech company. You guys are all lost in this whole, like, you need to be a tech company and be a startup and have some software that you're building and selling to make money. To make money, you don't have to have a startup. You don't have to have a tech company. You don't have to have 5 employees. You don't have to, you know. Josh, you inspire. I recently quit my 9-to-5. Nice, dude. Congrats. That's probably the biggest congratulations. You could say that you got a job. That's great. But when you quit your job, that takes more balls than getting a job, I think. Quitting your job is, like, way harder. Because when you quit your job, you feel like, oh, well, they gave me a chance. They gave me a moment. They saved me from working retail. Oh, man, I feel so bad for leaving. And so a lot of people don't leave because of that reason. Or they're like, you know, they feel guilty for wanting to leave. And I did too, right? I was like $300 from homeless. So when like a company came to me and they were like, Josh, we want to give you a job offer. I felt really great about it. I was like, cool, this is awesome. Thank you so much for giving me a chance. But I would still come in every day, do 5 minutes of work and work on me. I didn't care. Like I knew that this is still going to be a means to an end, even though right now they kind of like saved me. I don't feel guilty for it. They would do the same thing. I'm 28. What does it take to be my own startup and become successful is relative. You mean successful financially or successful mentally? Those are two different things. Tell your dad to do primitive tech. I guess he could. Will you offer opportunity for people to speak with you one-on-one? Yeah, I probably do. Like if I were to teach anything, it wouldn't be code anymore. It would be brand building. And then someone asked, what if you don't want to build a brand? Then unfortunately, the reality of 2019 is that you're going to have to pay a marketing company. You're going to have to pay a marketing company to build a brand for you. No matter what you have, you're going to have a brand. A startup needs a brand. That whatever your business is your brand. If you don't want to have one, how are you going to get your name out there? That's the bottleneck to everything. Like, you know why Netflix is so great? Because they're on every single TV pre-installed in millions of people's homes. They have reach. That's brand. You can have the cure to cancer, but if no one ever finds out about it, that's the bottleneck. You need a brand. The cancer is a bad answer because, like, you know, obviously that would go viral, so to speak. But you could have a really good product that lets you, like, you know, invert gravity. But if you can't get it out there and put it in front of people's faces, it doesn't matter. Could you make a good amount of money on Fiverr? The question is, can you get enough people to buy your services on Fiverr? Are you going to market that? How do you feel about quantum entanglement? I mean, I think that's like a fact, right? So, like, when you look over here, it appears over here and then backwards. Do you still code for a living? Absolutely not. No. I make videos. What lessons you took from the Millionaire Fastlane? I think Unscripted is a better book, but Fastlane's okay. Fastlane I almost got up and walked out of my job. Rich Dad Poor Dad's a good book. Do they demand more than 9 hours? Yes. Companies will demand more than 8 hours, but the reality of it is 8 hours does not mean productivity. I can get, sometimes if I sit and I focus, I can get a lot more done in 2.5 hours than I can in 2 8-hour days. That's the reality. But don't you have to have something to market first? This always confuses me. Chester, you're correct, right? So when people say, just make a business, what are you selling? Have you considered a startup? What is my startup? I have to have a product to sell. I can't just, what does that mean? Unscripted from the same author, yes. Marketing does not equal branding. Branding is having the ability for people to recognize you. Marketing is the process of getting that brand in front of people. The crazy thing with these companies is that your boss usually knows less than you. And you want to know the difference between you and your boss? Your boss isn't 100% smarter than you. The CEO is not 100% or 1,000% smarter than you. He doesn't know way more than you. The only thing that he did differently than you is that he went through all the BS and he kept going and he kept trying again and kept trying again and kept trying again. That's the only difference. The persistence of him versus you. He's probably like, have you ever had a boss that you're like, how are you my boss? What? Is Rich Dad Poor Dad outdated by now? I mean, like the actual technical stuff in the end of the book is a little bit outdated, but the concept of don't complain about your boss not paying you enough. Just go make more money, you know? You want to know why the boss has more money to pay multiple people's salary? Because he's paying those people less than what they're generating him. Your boss is paying you $50,000, but you're making your boss $150,000. So he's making $100,000 profit off of you. You are literally a product on a shelf that your boss is making money on. You are literally just like, imagine yourself as like some sort of macaroni box on a shelf, and you're on discount. That is what it's like to be an employee. You're worth, let's say you're worth $9. That's how much the macaroni costs to make. That would be your worth. And then your boss is paying you $6. He's scraping off profit margins. That's what you are as an employee. And, you either accept that when someone says you're worth $60,000, you either accept it or you say, yeah, screw that, I'll do it myself. Or, no, I'm worth way more. I'm worth way more money than that. But then the question becomes, okay, well, if your boss is going to be like, well, if you think you're worth more, then go do it, Or go do it yourself. And the only way you'll ever get paid what you're worth is to do it yourself. That's it. If you think you're worth $100,000, no one's gonna of course companies pay $100,000, but like if a company says you're worth 60 and you say no, I'm worth 100, okay, well go prove it then, because it's not about the number, it's about the point of the phrase, Do you think YouTube had a big impact on your growth, financial independency? Yes, I do. YouTube is a great platform because you can take away. You could take it all away from me right now. This is the best part about entrepreneurship. You could take all of this away from me. You could take my camera. You can delete my channel. You can take everything away. And I could get it all back because I know how to do it now. I know what works. I know how to grow a brand. I know how to make money. I know how to build a website, sell products. I know how to do marketing. Like I could get it all back. That's job security. Job security is knowing that I could get all of this back if it was taken away from me right now. And that's a confidence builder. $60,000 in Greece is like being rich. It's not about the number. It's all relative. It's all percentage based. If you make $60,000 in Greece, but it costs $1,000 a month to live, that's going to be a lot of money. But you don't make $60,000. You make $3,000 a month, and it costs $1,000 to live. It's all relative. How did you survive the early days when you weren't making a decent living? I didn't quit my job. I didn't quit my job before like I could do this. I told myself when I make enough money with all of my side hustles combined, that is double my current salary, I will quit. just so that if something fell, I could get back on my feet. And that's what I did. My side hustle generated more money than my main job. I made like $6K 1 month from my side hustle, and I made like, I don't know, like $4K-ish from my main job. And I was like, okay, it's time. It's time to go. So it wasn't quite 2x, but I was like, I know my living expenses is probably like $3,300, and I made $6K, so okay, I'll do it. I always worked the main job, but I did 5 minutes of work, and then I would work on myself. I would literally study how to make drop shipping stuff. I would study Udemy courses on brand building. I would do lots of different stuff. I would learn how to use a camera, I would Google stupid stuff. I would Google stupid stuff like how to talk to a camera, how to look at the lens and not get distracted, how to look at the lens and not lose your train of thought. Like, I would Google all this stuff, all this stupid, silly stuff that's just like really difficult for me as an introvert. That's what I would do at work. I would do your 2 minutes of coding, and I'd be like, hey, look, boss. And they'd be like, wow, great work. And I'd be like, okay, time to get on my own thing now. And I'd do that for the rest of the day, and then I'd go home. What were your words when I quit your job? I said, I'm done. And they said, well, what's up, man? You stressed out? And I was like, nah, I'm done. You have a nice one. And I left. I thought I was going to be a lot more bitter and want to be like, you know what? Screw you. I'm worth way more. But I was over that. I was so ready to I didn't have time for that. So ready to just keep moving. Like, I won't be an employee forever. David, just shoot me a message on Discord, or maybe shoot me an email. The stupid stuff is the little things. Yeah, I mean, it was just like the little things that I didn't know how to do, like how to set up a microphone. What is a pop filter used for? What is the difference between an MP4 file and an H.264 file? Nothing. Like, I didn't know this stuff. How to color correct. Why do my videos look blue? Why do my videos look yellow? I got RGB for ambient background. It didn't look good. Like, stuff like that. Like, that's the stuff I spent forever Googling to figure out. Stuff, how to set up OBS, how to get these layouts, and make it matter, how to edit these layouts, how to, hook up all of my PayPal stuff, how to have my PayPal get automatically sent, how, reoccurring payments happen on PayPal, how to set up a WooCommerce, how to get plugins for WooCommerce and modify those so they work for me, how to use Photoshop. I never knew how to use Photoshop. I never knew what Lightroom was for. I never knew why After Effects was used. I was just like, oh, what's the difference? And what's the difference between media encoder and exporting directly? Like, all of this stuff is what I had to figure out. No one taught me. How I make my living is all self-taught, and that's a confidence builder. Like, that was my life. Every single thing I just Googled. MASH gets it, yeah. Like, it's one thing to I didn't spend my time. Like, I would literally, as soon as the boss would walk by, because it was open office garbage, I would alt-tab to my Udemy, or I'd alt-tab to my Google question, or I would look at, how to set this up, or I'd be like, how to grow a Discord, how to grow an Instagram, what makes an Instagram good, what's the difference between an XLR mic and a USB mic, best keyboard for editing, best keyboard for, or best mouse for this and that, stuff like that. That's the stuff that you can't buy a course on. You can't buy a book on that stuff. And that's what I would like to share. That is my real passion, I would say. If you're here for the stream, sorry you've been bamboozled, but his work seemed flexible. My work was not flexible. I just played social engineering. I came into the job with my pedal way back here. If you ever go into a job and your pedal is pedal to the metal 100%, as soon as you let up just a little bit, they're going to come to you and they're going to be like, hey man, what's going on? You were doing so well. But that's what people have a tendency to do. They go into their job overperforming right away because they want to have a good impression. I went into the job underperforming. I was underperforming bare minimum, but they were like, wow, this is great. And I was like, sweet. I didn't care because I knew if I ever wanted to press the pedal a little more, I would impress them. So if they ever got on my ass about something, they would be like, hey Josh, this is taking too long. I'd press the pedal a little bit and kind of try. And then I'd let back up and mess around on my side job some more. I didn't care. It was all about me. I'm not going to be homeless anymore. I don't care. You can pay me what you want. I'll get your job done. I'm done. I'm doing me for the rest of the day. I'm going home. I'm doing me. I'm going home. I'm going to the gym. I'm coming back. I'm doing me. I'm going home and coming back. I'm figuring out why this file is corrupted today. how to read Google Analytics, how to edit videos, setting up sites, how to edit videos better. What this little thing down here is called a lower thirds. What I'm sitting right now is called the rule of thirds. You'll notice if you were to draw lines right now, there'd be a line here and probably, I don't know, about right here. And my face would be on a little cross right here if we could draw a rule of thirds. That's known as some sort of, cinematic rules there. I want help building a channel around my website, build a brand around your website. Can you do this as one of your Patreon perks? That's hard to scale. I'd rather make a course. Would you guys buy a course if I had a brand building course? Like, I have a course right now. I have a course that I'm working on. It's huge. It's like how to make a business, like actually open, get all the paperwork and stuff. Like, I have over here on my wall, since technically I have my home office over here, I have a little paper on my wall pinned because I'm required to by the state of Utah, showing that this is my office. Like, if it's cheap, it's probably not cheap. To be honest, it's probably not, because this, like, it's this everything I know. It's audio, it's video, it's editing, it's setting up a brand, it's how to post, how to cross post, how to automate those cross posts. Like, just so much stuff. We're learning that in art school, and here you are nonchalant. Like, well, it's also known as like the Fibonacci kind of circle, which also is pretty similar to a rule of thirds. What's your range? Oh, it would be expensive. It'd probably be like $800 or something. I know, I realize that, right? But like, I would pay that if I knew. It wouldn't be. It's not going to be like okay. So let's say like Engineered Truth, right? Engineered Truth sells it how to YouTube course. He's like, how to come up with your niche, how to edit videos, how to grow an audience, $100. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? $100 for this? That's like nothing. But he made like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars off of it. No one's buying an $800 course. Well, you're definitely not, but I think that's like friggin'. Oh, have you ever guys seen Full-Time Filmmaker? Full-Time Filmmaker sells something for $799. $799, and all he does is teach you how everything that I already know. Like I looked at his little webinar that he does to try and sell it to you, and I was like, I already know all this. Like, you kidding me? Like, it's just, And then I would like piecemeal it, like, right? So let's say you don't want to know about how to do a podcast or whatever. Anyways, I didn't make this stream to like shill about the course, you know? But like, it's a lot of work. I can read it to you. I have like some chapters open. Just give me a second. This is what I work on. It's called like Masterclass. Where's it at? But it's not ready yet, so don't worry about it. Brand building masterclass. So talk about e-commerce, talk about freelance, how to monetize, all the different platforms for affiliates like Amazon and Rakuten Marketing and a bunch of other places that you have to email directly that no one really knows about. Platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn, Medium, Twitch, YouTube. Did you guys know that you can make money on Medium? It's just a little hard to do that, so how do you generate traffic for that? What else we got? Email marketing, how to automate email marketing and set all that stuff up. How to leverage email lists for money. What else do we got in here? What's the difference between ClickFunnels, Shopify, and WooCommerce? How to set all that stuff up. Freelancer, freelancing clients, and freelance consulting. The difference between the two and how to do it. Like everything that I know. How to edit, how to add. I don't know. Anyways, this is not a show for the product because it's not even done, but I'll get it there. Oh, also, there's a little bit of code involved. If you guys want to learn code, maybe I'll make some code courses, but it's just like, you see what I mean? There's other ways to make money. How much you make? This year, maybe 260-ish. Do you have a course on motion graphics or Photoshop? No, but I could make one if you want. If the 800 one doesn't work out, you can fall back and place it on Udemy. Diego, so let me just break that apart for you right now. Essentially, I would have the master class, which is everything combined in one, but I would break it apart and sell each one for like, I don't know, $50 or something. So that way, if you don't want this, you don't want all of it, right? And then if you buy all of it, you get a discount. I don't know if you've ever looked at my website, but I sell my resume and cover letter pack at $20, but individually they're like $15. So obviously you want to pay for the one that's slightly more, but you get more. Otherwise, you end up paying more for two products. You guys have seen this stuff before. You guys know what this marketing stuff is. Like, I have everything listed out in marketing. Like, you can market by limited edition. Oh, limited the supply. You got, like, what else do you have in marketing? You have, like, a new edition, timers running out for this, limited sale, whatever, blah, 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 blah. That's how you market stuff. And I have all that listed out. But I think that everyone should try to do it. What's your main source of income? Probably my products and sponsorship. I get anxiety in being crappy or losing trust with people. Look, man, you can't please everybody, so is one trick pony with React reasonable? Nah, full stack. You gotta do full stack. Almost at 100K? Yeah, that'd be the dream, dude. Best tips for balancing a job and studying? I don't know. Did Indeed ever hit you back? No. Josh, how did you get the first 1,000 subscribers? Do you want to know how I got my first 1,000 subscribers? I cross-posted all of my videos into Facebook groups. And then I cross-posted all of my videos onto a fake Instagram account and ran an Instagram bot. Banned my Instagram bot. Great. I'll make another one. Instagram's free. I don't care. I coded Python, changed my Python bot, run my Instagram bot, show my videos. Hey guys, go subscribe. You won't find it because it's banned. I posted to Reddit and I upvoted my own content with a bunch of fake accounts. Like, I don't care. It's me. This is me. This is about me. I'm not going to let these stupid rules stop me. How you make bots. Learn to code. See, code is like a good skill to have. Do you know about Alex Becker? Yeah, he's the dude who just does dropshipping and Shopify stuff. When did you see your subscribers boost? I started seeing my subscribers go up when I started seeing my subscribers go up basically when I stopped caring so much about what other people thought of me, pretty much. Like that's what I've noticed recently in all of these videos that I've been making. Essentially, as soon as I stopped caring what other people thought. One day you'll be on my podcast. Let's do it, dude. You don't ask for donations. Yeah, I don't care. Like, you don't have to give me donations. Just like, you want to know what's crazy? You guys want to judge me? Right here. Look, I'll just be really, really honest, okay? I'm actually taking a loss per month because of how I'm helping my dad pay his rent, and I'm giving him gear to do YouTube, and I'm paying his car insurance, and I'm paying his car payments, and what else am I paying? Oh, I'm buying them groceries, like, I pay everything for that they can live, like, semi-comfortable, right? And I pay all my stuff. And I have to include taxes in that. So when you're like, oh my God, that's so much money, it's really not. I'm actually taking a loss every month, and it's not because I live extravagant at all. At all. I'm just trying to help people. How could you ever take a loss? Well, look, man, that's not how, I didn't set up my life ahead of time to be this way. I set up my life when I had a job, and then I realized I didn't want to do this. I couldn't do this forever. I set up my life to where I was like, I want to work remote, right? And then I get remote. And then I'm like, I still have to be told what to do, and I still have to show up here every day, and I still don't really care about what I'm working on. Why is that? I must be a bad employee. Josh, why are you so lazy? Josh, why are you such a shit employee? Josh, you need to focus harder, and everyone else here at work is excited, and you're not. And why is that? Probably just because you're lazy and want to play WoW. But that wasn't it. It was just because I wasn't happy. And because the only thing that makes me happy is being better, and being better for myself, not to build someone else's product. So that is that's why I do what I do. It took me forever to realize that I just couldn't, that I wasn't a bad employee. I just wanted to do it myself. That was it. I kept trying to find different outs in life. I kept trying to find a way to enjoy my life every day I woke up. And I couldn't do it. Mechanical engineering because you make a nice salary. Okay, get mechanical engineering. Oh, you get benefits. Okay, you get benefits. Okay, you get to have employees underneath you and tell you what to do. Okay, cool. Well, I still have to be here 12 hours a day, and I still have to do what I'm told, or else. And the or else part is really like where I'm at. Like, like or else. Or else what? They take it away from you? And by take it away from you, if YouTube did not exist, what would you do? I would figure out another way to make money. It'd be like saying if the internet didn't exist, I'd probably use a different platform like Vimeo, or I would put more money into Instagram or something else. I would figure out a different way to do it. I don't care. Out of the $260K you make, how much is your net income? Well, since you get double taxed as self-employed, 15% plus income tax, I don't know. I haven't made that yet. Last year, I didn't make $260K. We have to assume like that my income would be still increasing every month for me to make $260K. Right now, I think I've made this year. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe since January, maybe like 70K since January. Last year I made $145,000. That's what I made. $145,000. And I paid $33,000 of that in tax. Okay? And then I paid the rest to live. And then I helped my parents, and I've been paying their rent even when I had jobs. So it's not as much as you think. Double tax. So when you're an employee working a W-2, you pay 7.68% in tax to Medicare, FICA, all that stuff. When you're self-employed, you have to pay both halves. When you're W-2, your company pays 7.68% and you pay 7.68%. But the trade-off is that you're not allowed to business expense things and the business can, because you're an employee, W-2. You got a cell phone bill, but you're an employee, you don't get to business expense that. Sorry, that's coming off the company's income, not your income. You don't get to lower your overall income and take more home. Sorry, that's the benefit. But you get a salary, right? So you get that stable income, but you don't get the business expense things. That's the thing. I made $75,000 my last year on the job, and then last year I made $145,000. And I get to do it on my own time, how I want to. Why would you do anything else? Why would you let anyone else? Do you expense everything you can? I mean, you can't do that, right? Because that's how the IRS comes knocking on the door, and they're like, hey, this isn't business. And you're like, oh, well, and then yeah, that's going to be fun. Then you get a tax bill with a bunch of penalties. No thanks. You don't want to mess with the IRS, okay? They don't bring lube. They bring a pineapple, all right? Or a pine cone, right? You don't want to mess with the IRS. Here's your money, IRS. Please leave me be. I'm going to continue doing what I do. How about health insurance? How heavy is that on an LLC corp, S corp? You can mark that off. You're allowed to mark health insurance off as a business expense. Start an S corp, Scott Million. I do have an S corp, and you're not allowed to. No Social Security tax. They're not called dividends. They're called distributions, I believe. But I do have an S corp, and last year I paid myself, I think, like $40,000 in salary, and then the rest of the income that I still had, I got to distribute to myself. That's what I did. You speak so strongly, and I sympathize had you considered others don't value freedom so highly. If you don't value freedom so highly, you enjoy building the company's brand instead of your own, and building the company's dream and buying the CEO a new yacht. You enjoy being a good worker bee, dude. You enjoy being a good worker bee. If that's what you want to do what you're told, live your life, get retirement at 65. If the 401k pans out, nothing in your life happens, such as a medical expense that totally ruins you financially, great, go ahead. You plan on retiring at 65. I'm going to retire at 35, and I'm going to live my life while I still have the physical ability to do so. You know? What are some things you chose as a tax write-off? So gear for the channel, camera for the channel, software for the channel, my internet bill, my phone bill. Obviously, you can't do that 100%. No one uses their phone probably just for business unless you have a separate business phone, but then you have two phone bills. So you can get away with probably about 80-20, which is, I would say, is accurate. Most of my phone use is business, such as answering comments and things like that. Internet use, I pull up Facebook, so that's personal. You can't mark off 100% of internet, maybe about 80%, maybe less than that, depending on what you do. But that's an example. Software for stuff like that. Lighting stuff, books. You're allowed to business expense educational material. YouTube is in kind of a gray area, right? Because technically, if I make a video of it, that's a business. That's part of my business. If I make a video, so technically, I would never do this. Okay, IRS. Look, I'm just telling you. But YouTube is like this gray area where I could just go buy a Lambo, make a video of it, and try to business expense it. And then the IRS is gonna be like, really, Josh? This is not what your channel is about. Okay. Maybe if I was a car review channel, I could get away with that. Maybe, but still probably not. But that's kind of things you can business expense. So let's say you're an employee and you have a cell phone bill that's $100 a month and you make $100,000. You're not allowed to write off this, okay? You're not allowed to write off this. So you're getting taxed at $100,000 a year. If I'm self-employed and I have a cell phone bill, I'm allowed to write this off and my internet bill, which thus lowers my overall tax rate that I have to pay at the end of the year, which means I'm taking home more money than you. Deprecation and hardware stuff, I don't really mess with that. Are you under an LLC? I have an LLC marked as an S corp. Josh should apply to YC. What I want to do is just help people build brands because I think that's the future. Even if you want a job, even if you don't want to work for a company, even if you want a job, who are you going to hire? Are you going to hire the guy that has a YouTube playlist of coding videos? Or are you going to hire the guy that's just senior developer in the middle of the stack? You know, most of the time I would say, like, well, some people would be like, well, the guy that's just a resume, it might be more humble. And I think that that's not true. I think I've seen some of the most pompous, pretentious senior devs ever that feel like they're just God's gift to earth and they never have to do anything else in the world but just submit their resume, and you should basically bow down. I would go with a guy that's trying to help people and providing value for free when he doesn't have to be able to do, he doesn't have to do that. No one's more forcing him to do that. Yeah, distributions and dividends are the same thing. Yeah, the corporation pays half and you pay half. That's how it works in corporations. But with corporations, actual C corps, you can separate the money from yourself. If you have an LLC or an S corp, any money that you generate is going to you as a person, no matter what. You cannot pull away that money. If you have a corporation, you can put money into your corporate bank account and never pay it to you. But you have to pay a huge tax burden on that, whatever you keep in your bank account, which is why companies try to break even at the end of the year. Yeah, don't mess with the IRS. You don't want to mess with the IRS. They're going to come knock down your door. They're going to make your life hell. You don't want to mess with the IRS. You do exactly what the IRS tells you to do, when and how and where, or they're going to make your life hell. Do not mess with the IRS. Do not try to be like, well, I think I could get away with it. If you ever have I think I could get away with it thoughts about business expensing something, don't do it. Never do that, okay? Like if you're feeling questionable about it, don't do it. Just, if you're okay, the problem is like if you're worried about taxes, you're not making enough money. Anyways. Could you help me build my brand? In what way? I don't know. Would you guys want to see more brand building tutorials, more how-to, just basic YouTube stuff tutorials, anything like that? I don't think that there'd be a real big audience for it unless you watch this stream and understand why I do what I do. How long do these go for? Holy crap, it's been 1 hour and 27 minutes. Oh my God. Sorry, chat. I've realized that I've just been talking a lot today. I just felt like I got to get this out of my system because I just, I thought about doing a video with my phone and then not telling people it was with my phone so that when people are like, I don't have enough money for a camera, I could be like, joke's on you, I used my phone. You didn't even know. You thought it was my regular camera. Private lessons to help with job search advice. I don't want to, it's hard to do one-on-one. It's really hard to do one-on-one because every minute I'm spending with one-on-one is like I could be building something that could go to more people than just one person. It's nothing personal like that. It's just leverage. I would like to see you build bots. I don't have a reason to build bots. The viewers are increasing. It's odd. It's odd. You can start from your phone and no one will care. I would say that's difficult. The further away you are from your phone, the more echo you have. The easy way to fix that is by using a lapel mic. So a lapel mic costs $10. You plug it into the phone port. If you have an iPhone, I'm sorry. You could maybe use whatever the Apple earbud thing is. But a lapel mic was good, and it just comes and it just clips right here. How to start with Upwork. Skip Upwork. It's a race to the bottom. What languages do you specialize? I specialize in whatever gets the job done. I just want you guys to understand that you should try it yourself. If the CEO of the company that you're working at died and he handed over the company to you, if you didn't change anything at all, if you changed how nothing in the company operated, then stay and do that thing. But if the CEO of the company died and handed it over to you, and you'd be like, oh, I'm doing this way differently. This is like, we're changing this and that. Like, go do it yourself. Go do it yourself. That is what you owe yourself. Otherwise, you're just doing yourself a disservice by not trying. And you're going to try, and you're going to fail a bunch. And you don't know when it's going to succeed. And that's the hard part. It's like, have you ever seen that meme or that picture where the dude is like mining, and he's like digging a tunnel, and he was like one pickaxe away from hitting gold? Like, you just never know. Like, it's really difficult. You just, like, you keep trying and you keep trying, and then you hit something. Just bought a sandwich for work, total write-off? Exactly. Well, I don't know. It depends. Depends on how you do it. What is your brand? But the actual thing. Building brands is your brand. Building brands and leveraging the skill of technology is what my brand is about. I think my brand is about learning code, getting a job, figuring out a problem that you want to solve, and then go build a brand to sell that problem that you want to solve and help people. That's all I just want to do. I just want to help people be independent. I want to help people leave and not have to be in the corporate world if they don't want to have to do that. That's all. That's what I want. Do you think starting an energy brand is worth it? What does your energy brand do that's different? You're just saturating the market. Do you have better copyright? Do you have better pictures? What does it actually do different? Caffeine is caffeine, kind of, where, it doesn't really matter where you get it. Creatine is creatine. Doesn't really matter where you get it. You can do this. It's called white labeling. You can type in white labeling supplements right now, and 15 different companies will come up, and you can pick one, and you can send them a Photoshop file of your sticker that you want them to put on it, and they will produce 400 bottles of whatever you want, and everyone actually has the same ingredients. The only difference is your Photoshop wrapper on the front. You ever heard like same shit, different wrapper? White labeling in real life. That is what that is called. And what company you work for? I work at Josh Corp Industries. Contract work is great for flexibility. It's not, because you have to sell your time. It's great for working where you want, but not when you want or on what you want. You have to work on whatever the contract says you have to work on. Contract is bad. Freelance is bad. Selling your time is bad. Love the vids. Helping people in the market over here. I have, Thomas, but the thing is, like, you get paid a lot less there, and people get caught up in that. Every time I start talking about the EU, they're like, oh my god, you make so much more money there. It's not about that. It's relative to living expenses, medical expenses, tax, etc. Freelance is rough. Yeah, I mean, you have to freelance to build a brand, and you have to build a brand to freelance. That's the thing. So you start off freelancing. Okay, look, I'm a big fan of saying never work for free, and I mean that in an industry. If you're working for a company or for someone like that, if you're working for someone else for free, do not do that. Only freelance and build yourself for free. Go work for someone else and build something for them to build your brand for free. Don't just, I'm going to be an unpaid intern at a company and build this guy's thing for free. Don't do that. Like, build a deli website for free that you can put in your portfolio that benefits you. You're not getting anything out of being an unpaid intern except hopefully a job offer at the end. That's it. I'm sorry if you get like really triggered over me saying that you're a discounted item on a shelf when you work at a company, but you are. Read Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. Have you ever showed up to work and you noticed a cubicle neighbor next to you is not there anymore, and they let him go because, I don't know, whatever reasons, and then they give you a little letter that says you're now taking this guy's job, but at the end of the letter it doesn't say you're getting any more money for this? That's what it is. That's what jobs are. Like, okay, this is a really weird dichotomy, because as a guy that is, I don't know, maybe like towards the top, but I don't have employees, right? But as a guy at the top, I can understand where CEOs come from. They want to make maximum profit, so they hire people for like no money, and then they get a bunch of money. But as a guy that's also been at the bottom, that's been let go when the CEO got what he wanted and didn't have a use for me anymore, right? Like, I'm just like a freaking condom. Get effed and get thrown away. Like, that's what it was like for me being an employee. And I got tired. Pump and dump. Stream's probably going to get demonetized, but I don't care. I feel like this needs to be said. I'm low-key taking notes. Michaela. Just trying to help. I'm just trying to help, guys. As someone who can wake up every day and decide what I want to do every day, that's what I want everyone else to experience. That's it. Like, there's nothing more in this world than I want for my dad to wake up and be like, you know what, Josh, I'm going to go fishing today. That's what I want. And there's nothing more in this world than I would want for you guys in the chat to wake up and just decide how you want to live your day. You want to go take your kids to the park and spend the day there? Great, go do it. You want to come back? I mean, you still got to work. You still got to provide value. But you want to take your kids to the park? You want to go to take your family out? You want to go on a cruise and then occasionally at a coffee shop make a video? Go do that. Like, I could go anywhere in the world right now and work, I guess, technically, but I don't want to. I just want to make this thing happen so that you guys can make your own thing happen. That's it. I feel like whenever I make a video that I'm just really like, I feel like I should talk about this and I think it's going to do really, really bad, everyone's like, wow, this is great info. And that has taken me a while to learn. So if you're out there and you're worried about being introverted on video and you're afraid that people are going to think you're stupid when you talk about something, just talk about it. Literally, that is what has happened in every single video that has done good. I was like, I feel like I need to talk about this right now. And everyone is like, oh my God, this was so moving. But you think that there's not going to be a market for it. You just want to get it off your chest. So whenever you have that, I want to get it off my chest feeling, talk about it. I mean, you have to be somewhat politically correct in this climate, right? But you can say what you want for the most part, and there's someone out there that will relate to you. You think the earth is flat? Hey, great. Whole convention dedicated to that. You think there's aliens? Your mom and dad are aliens? There's probably a convention dedicated to that. Like, there's someone out there that will support you. You guys ever heard the 1,000 true fans theory? All you need is 1,000 people to buy or be dedicated fans of you, to buy anything that you sell. 1,000 true fans, right? They follow you for you. They like what you have to say. They will support you. You could sell something for $5 a month, or not even a month, just like once a year, and make 50,000, right? Or it'd be 5,000. So $50 to 1,000 people. How'd you get your first clients? I don't freelance, dude. I don't freelance because I don't sell time. How'd I get my first clients? I offered stuff for free. And I never asked anything in return. I'd always ask for crazy things that would make them laugh. And they'd be like, oh, come on, man, we want to pay you. Obviously, if you're like absolutely crazy, you know, I would say in general, look at what the crowd is doing and go that way. Because otherwise, get in line. What's your other option? Like, if you see what everyone's doing and you feel like you need to be part of that group, but just because you haven't found a group that you vibe with, you think that there's no one else like you. That's what happened to me. That has been the biggest realization in YouTube ever, is that I haven't personally met someone that was like me in person ever, so I figured no one else was like me. And then I started making videos, and everyone's like, wow, this is great. And I was like, wait, what? Hold on. Is everyone here thinking the same thing? What? So look at what everyone else is doing, and then go the other way. Or just get in line. I don't have time to get in line. By the time I get to the front of the line, my life is over. I'm good. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'll just be quiet for a minute so you guys can silently clap at home. Just kidding. I don't expect that. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, chat. I think I'm feeling a little more emptied out now. I'm probably going to go work on my course here and make a video about freelance versus contract and how an LLC can protect you from being sued later, if you guys are interested in that. I'm gonna look at my phone for a second. Kept buzzing. If you guys enjoy the stream, maybe share it with somebody. Maybe someone that needs to hear it. I wish I could do a meetup and just help everybody. I don't know. I think I'll do a meetup at 100K. What is up, Alex? Lewis? Enjoyed the presentation style? Hey, thanks, man. Digging the live vid? Thanks, man. Where? Come to Los Angeles? I don't know. Probably in Salt Lake City. I don't even know where I do it. Where do I go? A coffee shop? What happens if 100 people come? There's not 100 chairs in a coffee shop. Get that button and do the meetup. I think you know what I'd want to do? If whenever YouTube mails me the silver play button, what I want to do is like maybe piece it up and hand it out to everyone who comes to the meetup as like a thank you. Like just chop up the silver play button and just give it out to whoever comes to the meetup as a thank you, because I wouldn't be able to be here without you guys. You know what I mean? Just be like, here's a piece of the 100K. Thanks for being part. Thanks for making it happen. Thanks for making it happen. Thanks for making it happen. If you say, in my opinion, you can't be demonetized, that's, yeah, okay. Nice. Great bait, mate. Have it done onto keychains. I'd love to see that LLC video. Jordan Garcia, I have an LLC, how to make an LLC video. You gotta go back a little bit. I made it and no one watched it. I said how to make an LLC in like 10 minutes. It cost $100. It's even cheaper if you make it in your own state. I have one. Just give out members badge and charge for it too. I don't know. Do you work remotely? Yeah. Thoughts on YouTuber apology videos? Maybe they did something dumb. I don't know. A lot of people in this industry end up taking sponsorships for the money, and they know it's for the money, and they know it's wrong, and they know they're screwing people over. And then after that, they're like, "Oh, I got my money now. Let me make an apology video." But they already knew that they were going to make an apology video. It's called selling out. Let me find it for you. I'm sure that doesn't help you with the LLC video. Here, look, I'll find it for you, man. Hold on. Sorry. Mechanical Dad, how to turn YouTube silver into a keychain. I think he needs a forge for that. We have like no money right now, so hold on. It's like big purple text. Been procrastinating hardcore. All the things you said I should make, please make. You said what do you mean? Thanks, Code Noob. I appreciate that, man. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. Thanks for listening to me rant. A cool video on how to make a forge out of ceramic pot. That'd be cool. Where is it? It's back. It's like if you look. You guys wanna see me roast myself? Let me make sure I'm not gonna get doxxed real quick. Here. Look at my thumbnails, and I can walk you through what I know is wrong with these thumbnails and what I know is right with these thumbnails. Here, this is a terrible, terrible background because the text is too light. Same here. There's no, I think inverted colors usually work best, and as you can notice here towards the top with my newer videos, these inverted colors seem to get clicks. YouTube also really, really, really loves faces. And I've noticed every time I put my face in a thumbnail up close, the videos do good. So for example, this one. This is a good one. This is, I'm not smiling here. I'm awkwardly posed. This one also awkwardly posed. Where is it? I think I have an LLC vid. Let me find it. Make simple thumbnails without faces. Don't do that. So here it is. Open a business for under $200. It's right here. Let me link it to you. No, I don't want to save it. Copy. There you go. That's how to make an LLC. But this thumbnail is absolutely terrible. This thumbnail is 135% terrible. Because what am I thinking with this lime green and purple? I thought it would make it pop because I saw another one do like, I bought a mystery package from Amazon. I bought a mystery package for Amazon for $100 or something. And that got like 2 million views. So I tried to copy it. It didn't work. I remember specifically this video. I was like, this video's going to do great. Literally terrible. Actually terrible. 100% terrible. Love my video intros. Yeah, I made that. I made that in After Effects. I know you guys didn't come here to learn how to do YouTube, but this is how I've gone from 0 to supporting me and my parents. So I feel like you guys could do it too. But the problem is, the hardest part about YouTube is making videos when you don't get any views. And the thing is, like, the thing is, a lot of people end up waiting for viewers to come to them. And that's not how it works. You gotta go to people. You have to shove your content into other people's feeds, pretty much. And if you don't have money to do it, then you have to do it in questionable ways, such as upvoting your own posts on Reddit, posting in Facebook programming groups, or whatever your niche is. A lot of the other, you don't need a network. You have to make a network. You don't need a network. Don't depend on other people. Do it from scratch. You know, even that Yoma won't shout me out, right? And I will forever be able to say that he never shouted me out, and I never worked with anyone else. I did it all myself. He partnered with Mayuko. He got a nice big boost, right? I can say forever that I did it myself. No one ever boosted me. Everything is self-made. Technically, he's self-made by networking better than me. However, you can't make someone respond to you. But I did it from scratch. I know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. That's the thing. And another thing that's really hard about YouTube, especially when you're editing your own videos, is listening to your own voice. That's the hardest. Like, hearing myself talk when I edit my videos is the most cringe thing. And now I don't even hear myself anymore. I just hear the content that I'm saying, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. If you're looking for a shortcut, that's what it's all about, pretty much. Like, you have to network, and you have to hope someone. But the thing is, they knew each other already, right? Like, they live in the same area, they're local, they have friends that are friends, then they boost each other up, right? If you're out there, I think as part of the course, if you buy the course and you finish the course and you make a channel, I will shout you out. Like, I'll shout you out and I will push your stuff. You know, obviously, if you're not, like, being offensive and stuff, obviously. But, like, that's what I would love to do. If you want to make a course, I'll shout you out. Like, cool, dude. Like, go make a YouTube channel. I will shout you out. Props to you. I know how hard this stuff is. From the bottom. Trust me. I wish someone was there to shout me out. And I'm happy to do it for you guys. What's your necklace? It's just something I got on Amazon. Always unreasonable requirements. Yep. What percentage of your income stream is YouTube? Maybe like 12%. I can show you. Am I going to get banned for this? Hope not. I don't think so. Here you go. This is the most transparent YouTuber you've ever seen. Here you go. There you go, chat. So you can see the past few days I've made roughly $600 a day. So 65, 2,480, $547 yesterday. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. So yesterday I made $547 off of YouTube. Why would I ever work a day for another company, you know? Watch time, this is just the last 28 days. This isn't like, this isn't, you know. If I click on it, I can show you. 547. Oh yeah, so it's 3 days delayed. So I probably got more. Generally 90, 100, 96, 209, 338, 480. This is donations here. YouTube Premium. So if I go back, I don't actually know how much I've made this year. How much of this do you pocket? So this is my income here. YouTube actually takes half. So I've actually generated almost $7,000, but YouTube takes half. So there's that. Let me see. Takes a second to load probably. You can see how much each video makes here. This is not real. It has generated $712 for me. What caused the upsurge in views? What caused the upsurge in views is that I stopped caring so much about the content that I was making, and I wanted to make things about what I wanted to make instead of pretending that I care about programming so much. I think that's what has caused it, and I've kept that momentum. Let me see. Show growth, maybe. That doesn't work. Can I, like, 30 days, maybe? Yeah, so that's a month. Let's try quarterly, maybe. Let's see. So Q1, I guess I made $5,000. Q2 I made 6.4. Let me see if I can back this up more. I've never actually looked. Okay, let's back it up some more. I think I started last year, roughly. See if I can back it up. So total off of YouTube, you can see when I really started to go hard here, about Q1, I guess. So I've made 26,000 straight from YouTube, just from YouTube in the last year. So this is not enough to pay my bills, not at all enough to pay my bills whatsoever. But you leverage the traffic that you get from YouTube to do it. Like, you have traffic, right? So you can point to other things, and that's where you make money. So when I say YouTube is like 12% of my revenue, I take the traffic that I have and I say, hey, check this thing out, you know? And that's where you make the money, and that's where people make money. And if you don't have traffic, you have to pay for traffic, which is known as Facebook ads. What has been the negative impact on your YouTube income? It's probably when I don't make videos and I don't keep consistency. You guys can see my real time here. Probably. So this is what it looks like. Currently, I have, 200,000 views in the last 48 hours. 4,800 views in the last 60 minutes, which is a lot. It's a lot. Has Facebook ads helped you? I've never run a Facebook ad in my entire life. I've never run an Instagram ad. I've never run any ads because I don't have anything specifically that I want to sell without ads. For example, my resume and cover letter, why would you buy that if you don't know who I am? You probably wouldn't. So you can sell a course on how to get started in programming on Facebook, but if you say, hey, buy Josh Fluke's cover letter and resume, they're going to be like, who's that? Who that guy? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And that's what I have right now. You can see here, what people are watching, and you can see it kind of tapers off a lot. But yeah, this is pretty much how it works. Trying to think of anything else. I think that's about it. Yeah, so I think that YouTube's a good way to do it. If I could maintain like $600 a day, that would be, fantastic. But I don't think that's sustainable. However, since I do have momentum, I will, you know, does liking the video help you? So liking is good for the YouTube algorithm, and leaving a comment is good for the YouTube algorithm. Watch time is a big indicator of the YouTube algorithm. So YouTube actually cares a lot about watch time. If I come back up here to my dashboard, I can show you. Does the number of likes matter? Not really. It's mostly about watch time, I'd say. Let me go there. But doing live streams boosts your overall watch time. Engagement rates and watch time allow you to charge more or less money for sponsors. Because when sponsors come to your videos, they say they're ranking you based on watch time, number of views, and engagement. Engagement is like and comments and shares. And then if you have more likes, more comments, more engagements, then basically you can charge more money. You can, because when a sponsor comes to you and they give you a link, you can say that, we'll pay you $500 for a shout out or whatever, and then but you could be like, actually no, I have above average watch time and above average engagement rates, I want $1,000, and they'll do it. Or they say no, and then you say, okay, well then I'm not doing it, and then they're like, wait, okay, that's what I thought. Keep up the great work. I see your videos. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Start vlogging. Be careful with vlogging. Vlogging is hard. Make sure you have to have value added in vlogging. You have to have a lot of. You look very nervous. You wanna know why I look nervous? Is because I don't actually know if I'm allowed to show those analytics, which would super suck. But I think I've seen other videos on it, so I don't think YouTube cares anymore. I don't think it's like that anymore. I used to be like, YouTube, blah, 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 blah. YouTube prioritizes fresher content. No, YouTube prioritizes any content that has lots of engagement, lots of shares, and lots of watch time. That's what they do. I think you're fine. I think I'm fine too. But, I'm thinking about it here. Like, you guys want to know what's mentally running through my head right now? I'm mentally running through my head. If YouTube takes away my channel right now, how would I rebuild it? So that's what that face is right there. I'm like, I could probably do it. It wouldn't be that bad, but I think I'm okay. No, even Tech Lead, showed it. I think lots of people have showed it. I think it's fine. People with bigger channels. So this is the watch time. I mean, I'll just come back and blur it out, I guess, is what I'll do. So it's whatever. Why is this not working? Whatever. Anyways. If YouTube detects someone using ad block, do they take that money away from you? I'm not actually sure how that works. I think if someone is using... I'm pretty sure if someone is using ad block, I still get credit for the ad because the ad is just kind of hidden. It's like display none on the inspector. I'm pretty sure that's what it does. If you guys would like to do me a favor, since I'm feeling paranoid right now, if you could go follow me on Twitch and throw me your free Amazon sub to make me, a little bit more sane here, that'd be great. I might be transferring to Twitch, guys. I should be okay though, but if you could go maybe throw me your Amazon sub, that'd be great. I actually started to sweat a little here, thinking like, did I mess up? Hopefully I didn't mess up. Should be okay though. That's actually not my current revenue, so it's 3 days behind. That's what I made 3 days ago. So I don't know what it'll be. Maybe I'll get to 4,500. Maybe I get to 5,000. I don't know. Oh yeah, if they took away your channel, just start another channel. The first video, YouTube shut down my channel for showing analytics. I could do that, but I'd have to probably go the Reddit route and upvote it again so I could generate Reddit drama. But then I can imagine that YouTube or the Reddit people will be like, well, he broke the rules, blah blah. Okay, all right, cool, dude. You care about rules? I'm gonna do it again. It's fine. Let me Google it. Show revenue YouTube. I don't see anything that it says I can't. Am I allowed to show my earn? This is from 2017. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm good. I'm allowed to show the total amount. I just can't show the CPM, basically. And that's 2 years ago. So it says, yes, you can share the amount you're getting paid. You agree not to show Google's confidential information, click-through rates, or other statistics relating to property performance in the program provided to you. Okay, yeah, so I didn't show any click-through rates. I just showed you the total amount that I earned. If you want to show it, you can only show the total amount. RPM and other things are not allowed. Just screenshot the total amount and hide other things. Okay, so I just showed you the total amount, which I think was like 26,000 since last year. Okay. All right, cool. I think we're still good. Good thing I didn't accidentally click on click-through rate. Wow, that would have been bad. Yeah, I'm still going to plug my Twitch if you'd like to go throw me your Amazon stuff. The stuff that isn't in the dashboard. Okay, good. I don't actually look at the CPM and RPM and all that stuff, so it's fine. Sorry for scaring you. Oof. Close. Followed you on Twitch. Thanks, Code Noob. If you guys, so I don't know what I'll do. Maybe this is kind of a cheesy side hustle that just popped in my head. If you start a YouTube channel, let me know and I'll look at it. And if you want to toss me a dollar or two to do it, that'd be great. Do you make money off of merch? I have actually pretty bad merch, I think. I need to make some merch. The merch is the only thing I've ever considered letting someone else do it. How about this? If you guys want to make some merch for me, I'll put it on shirts on Teespring, and I can shout you out or whatever. But Teespring margins are like thin, anyways. Like bare bones on Teespring is like $15. It's insane. So that's why everything that you see below my YouTube channel is like $40. You know, because like if I want to make $10, I think the default price for a hoodie is like $22 by Teespring. So then you have to mark it up, which is like insane. I don't have a Twitch account. Never really trusted Amazon though. Steph, I think Twitch got acquired by Amazon relatively recently, like a year or two. Seize the means. Well, if you seize the means of merch production, basically, that is like. Then you have to deal with inventory, and then you have to deal with sales tax. Right now, I don't have to really deal with that stuff because I'm not the one selling physical product. Teespring is. They're just sending me a piece of it. Anyone know of a way to run a black and white effect on a live stream vid? What do you mean a black and white effect? Best bet would probably just make a GIF. It would be cool if you could live stream to multiple platforms at once. So there's a website that does that. It's called restream.io, and it will let you stream to Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. But the problem is that I have affiliate on Twitch, which means I'm not allowed to stream on both platforms at once. Actually, if you're an affiliate on Twitch, you're not. you know how you see people on Twitch's videos posted on YouTube? You're actually not allowed to do that same day. That's illegal or against terms of service. You have to wait 24 hours before you can post any clips from Twitch to YouTube. Twitch owns everything that you stream there for 24 hours. You cannot show it anywhere else for a day, or they will take away your affiliates. But after 24 hours, you can do whatever you want. Also, you have to stream 2 different things. You cannot stream similar content. So I am not allowed to stream getting you jobs on Twitch, for example. That's similar content. I'd be able to talk business probably and like show you how to edit videos on Twitch live if people wanted to watch, but that, that gets boring. Yeah. Was that something Amazon introduced? Well, so if you're an affiliate, you don't get a contract. You just click I agree basically on the contract. So once you get affiliate on Twitch, you scroll through the paperwork, you fill out your little W-9 that lets you get paid, and then you click I agree. If you are a partner with Twitch, which means you have 75 concurrent viewers on average, I believe it is, then they send you an actual contract. And depending on how well you can read that contract and how big you are and how much leverage you think you can maintain with that Twitch contract, you can counter it, basically. Twitch sends you a contract that says we're going to do like a 70-30 split instead of 50-50. And if you think that you're a huge streamer and you're going to bring in a lot of revenue, then you could be like, I want a 50-50 split. Or I want, I want an 80-20 split. Or if someone subs for the $10 one, I want $8 of that $10, but you can have 50-50 of everything else. You're allowed to counter those contracts, but when you're a partner. Right now, I'm just affiliate, which means I don't get that. But that's how Twitch works. Like this, I have all this stuff. I'm gonna write about all this stuff. Like no one talks about this stuff. This is all stuff that you gotta figure out yourself. Is web dev saturated? Yes. Yeah, but you're allowed to counter. But a lot of people don't know that. I actually had to look it up. Have you heard about Samsung DeX? Yeah, Samsung DeX lets you use your computer. Well, your phone is a computer, sort of. Commenting on these vanilla videos about life. Hey, thanks, man. Have you ever gotten stuck in the comfort zone, like just following in routine? If so, what did you do? Whenever I got stuck in a routine, I played a lot of WoW. That's what I did. That was my downfall. I played way too much Legion. When Legion came out, the last expansion, I had my work remote job, and I would like play Legion before stand-up. I would play Legion after stand-up, and then I would do some work and play some more Legion, and then do some more work and play some more Legion, and then I would do that every single day. That was my downfall. I got comfortable, and I would just like farm stuff in that. And then they ran out of money, and I was like, okay, I don't have any time to do this. Instead of playing the games, why don't you make games, Josh? It's like, instead of being a consumer of the product, why don't you be the producer of the product? I was like, okay, so whatever. I'll play some game or make some games instead of playing games. And then my GPU died, and yeah. But my downfall was playing too much World of Warcraft at my last job. I got comfortable. I got let go. I had no backup plans. I had no side hustles. And so now I'm like, never again. Never, ever, ever again. What do you think about the latest Bitcoin bubble? Dude, it's happened like 5 years in a row, dude. Bitcoin goes up and goes down, and but basically, I think the only thing that I would open mentorship for would be to teach people how to build brands and how to speak confidently to the camera, how to sell a skill that they have. That'd be the only thing I really like want to teach, just because I want to do it. But you're playing WoW right now. I know 8.2 came out. You got the Rise of Ashara. I think they came out with a new Essences system. I still follow WoW. I like it. I'm probably not going to play Classic or anything. How old are you? I'm 28. Started when I was 24. I don't know. I thought about like maybe doing like some, did you just want to not code anymore? Or is it just a safety net to fall back on? So code, I don't think I have a safety net, so to speak. I'm pretty adamant about how I don't want to work for anybody, so I don't think any companies would hire me, but that's okay. I know how to make money leveraging other platforms for myself, So, how much would you charge for how to speak to the camera? I don't know. You look like 23. Hey, thanks, man. You should see when I shave. Then I look like I'm 5. This is the best. Any good free online course? What? For what? Good thing BFA is crap. Well, I played BFA. I maxed out one rogue to level 120. But in the next expansion, 9.0, they're doing a level squish. So they're taking 120 levels and they're making it back down to 60. Do you build APIs? I build whatever I need to East Coast, West Coast. I live in Utah, so Midwest, maybe. What does YouTube mean to you? A means of helping other people is what it means. How business contact you for sponsorship? Typically in my email, in the description, is when they email me. Don't day trade. Yeah, probably don't day trade crypto. That's not a good idea. I did it, and that's how I know it's not a good idea. Yeah, so Yoma and the tech lead have an interview program or an interview course that's $1,000, and they could probably get away with that because they ride on the I worked at Google but quit my job because something, right? Like, okay, cool, whatever. But if you look at the if you look at the comments on because they're pushing Facebook ads and they're pushing Instagram ads, they're retargeting you. So if you go to their channel, they're retargeting you, basically. And I've seen their course in my Facebook and in my Instagram. And if you read the comments, they're like $1,000 for this. You guys already make like $400K. What you need $1,000 for? It's funny. Just to get a job, but I worked at Google. You just activated. Here you go, chat. Alexa, look up Riley Reid. You're welcome, chat. Okay, Google, search Riley Reid. Oh man, that's a joke. It was a joke. You guys can criticize me. But you guys criticizing me know who that is, all right? Nothing NSFW. Top tier. Oh, look, we can't be bringing those names in here, all right? Let me What do you think about Libra? Yeah, it's an effort of Facebook to compete. Oh, the Libra crypto thing? I don't know. I don't follow crypto that much. Crypto's here one day, gone the next. Blockchain's different. Highlight of the stream. A beginner's guide on how to apply on Indeed. Well, I guess we could try that. You're like the Silicon Police. Yeah, I don't know about that. Dude, what up? I'm in the Alt Tab gang. Oh, by the way, if you're in the Alt Tab gang and you're listening to me at work, just waiting to go home. There you go. Let me just pray. If you're here lurking, I appreciate you. What you got in this cup? I have some cotton candy flavored powder. I'm trying to start my own freelance thing. Cool, dude. Does this dude ever get hungry? What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm just paying respects to all my lurkers out there, because I know there's probably some people in the Alt Tab gang trying not to get fired at work, and I know you're out there listening to me on your second tab, and I just want you to know, you specifically, I appreciate you. Any books you recommend? Unscripted by MJ DeMarco. I think I've been ranting for a really long time, and I'm gonna go be productive now. And this has been a productive stream. I hope you guys have taken a thing or two away. And this is my TED Talk ending now. So I'm gonna go build things that matter, and I'm gonna make a video about freelancing and contract later. So hope you guys have a killer Friday. I'll stream on Twitch a little later today. You can go follow me there right now. I'll post it in there. Just my name. Is Fiverr a good place to hire? I don't know. I've never done it. So, Troy, shout out to you, man. Have 2 other tabs for your videos open and watching them. Hey, thanks, David. Julius. What time? I don't know. Maybe in a couple hours before I make my video. I might film somewhere different because I don't really need my computer. Well, I don't know. I might draw. That might be fun. I like drawing. I think that's engaging for you guys. Joshua Fluke for your flitch. What am I talking about? My bad. There's an L in there. I'm sorry. There you go. Right there. What's your current role in the job? My current role is CEO and owner of Josh Corp Industries. I want to do is Angel List. Yeah, Angel List is good. I like Angel List for startup jobs. I got you, homie. Thanks, David. Do some episodes like in a shed, like the. Yeah, I'll just do some episodes under my desk where you can look at my RGB setup. LinkedIn cringe was beautiful. Hey, thanks, dude. You guys want to see some real cringe? Here, let me show you. This was the comment that I got, or I got a whole bunch of DMs actually, but here's one here. You can go look at that Imgur album, and you can see that these people are mad, man. They are so mad. Fluke, and Flukey. Yes, I've been called all of those before. Joshua Fluke, Joshua Fluke, Joshua Flukey, Joshua Flukua. I mean, I don't know. Dude, my last name is a joke, but luckily there's not a lot of people with it, so, start a blog. Blogs don't do much. You have to have, you just can't. Blogs don't do much. Written content requires you to be in one place. Video content can be listened to or watched. Written content forces you to read the content, which is why it's bad. Video is the future. Anyways. Joshua Flux Capacitor. Yeah, David, your last name, I'm not even going to try, because that's just, yeah. Love to hear on multiple streams of income. We talked about that a little bit earlier. You can back that up. I show the revenue that I have and stuff. Maybe I'll make a video like how much I made at 80,000 subscribers or something. I don't know. And then that's when I'll talk about my course, I guess. Maybe we'll see who buys it. I don't know. That'd be cool. I'd like to give my dad something for his birthday in a couple days. But I got a lot of work to do. Yeah, David, not happening. That's demonetization. Crispy, also demonetization. Do you have a t-shirt with a Grindr graphic on it? If not, make one. I should. Friend recommended this channel while taking breaks from code. Hey, thanks, man. Alright, guys. I'm going to go be productive, and I'll see you guys a little bit later in a video. Thanks for hanging out, and I might go live on Instagram in a minute just to catch up, see what's going on there. It's up there if you want to follow me. I'll see you guys later. Have a good Friday, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for a Saturday live stream. On YouTube, at least. Bye.